Hello all. So continuing from the last lab that we have, there we have discussed about the different type of DBMS language. Now today we will study about more about the SQL languages. So in the last lab we have discussed about the DML, DCL, DDL, DCL. So there we have seen that DDL language is used to create the structure of the table. To put the data in the table, we use the DML command. To provide the access controls to the user about the database, we use the DCL or data control language command. So today we will continue with the structured query language. The structured query language is a standard language for storing, manipulating, and retrieving data in the database. So to implement all the DDL, DML, and DCL, we use SQL language to use all those operations of the DDL, DML, and DCL on our database. So, what SQL can do for us? It can execute queries against database. It can retrieve data from the database. It can insert records in the database. It can update records in the database. It can delete records in the database. It can create new database. It can create new tables in the database. It can create stored procedures in the database. It can create views in the database. It can set permission on tables, procedures, and views. So, in all these things, we have seen that the SQL can work on database. SQL creates a table. It can add, remove, or data from the database. It can delete a particular table or a particular data from a database. It can set permissions on the table regarding who can access the data or who cannot access the data. So SQL is very important in the database languages. Now moving on to RDBMS, as you all know, RDBMS is a relational database management system. So it is basis for SQL and all modern database systems such as MySQL Server, IBM DB2, Oracle, MySQL, and Microsoft Access. It can store data in database called tables. In the RDBMS, we create a table. The table contains of rows and columns. So a table is a collection of related data entries and it consists of columns and rows. Every table is broken into smaller entities called fields. Field is in the customer. For example, here is a table named as customer. So the field in a customer table consists of customer ID, customer name, contact name, address, city, postal code, and country. So these all are the columns, also known as the attributes. So in the ER diagram, every entity is having some attributes. So those entities, those attributes are placed here as column in the table. So a field in a column is a table that is designed to maintain specific information about every record in a table. A record is also called as row. The particular entry that we made in a table is known as row, or we also called it as a record, is each individual entry that exists in a table. So a record is a horizontal entity in a table and a column is a vertical entity in a table. So SQL words are not case sensitive. So whenever we writing the SQL query, it is not case sensitive. If you write some letters in the some words in a capital letter, and if I write some words in a small letter, then those have same meaning. So both are having same meaning. So we say that SQL keywords are not case sensitive. So, and the last semicolon is used to end each of SQL statements. So we have to put the semicolon in the end of each statement to terminate that particular statement. So now there are some major or important commands by which we create a table, we update or insert a data in the table, and by using them we delete a particular data or a table. So select is used to extract data from the database. Update is used to update data in the database. Delete is used to delete data from the database. Insert into is used to insert new data in the database. Create Database is used to create a new database. Alter database modifies the database. Create table creates a new table. Alter table modifies the table. And drop table deletes a particular table. So from now onwards, we will see a particular operation, a SQL command, how to write that particular command by seeing its syntax. Then we will discuss one of the examples, and in the last we will see how it will actually be implemented on the compiler. So first is SQL select command. It will it is used to select data from the database. The data returned is stored in the result table called result set. The syntax that is used for SQL statement is we need to write the select, then the name of the columns that I want to select or I want to see the records from the table. Then after that, I need to write the name of the table by using the keyword from. So here column 1, column 2 are the field names of the table you want to select from the database. And if you want to select all the available field in the table, meaning I want to retrieve all the complete data from the table, then I will use the syntax as select star from table name, meaning the star will represent all the columns from the table. Now we are having the create table statement. For 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 using any of the command, we have to always create a table. So first, I will create a table. After that, I will implement all the command on it. So to create a table, we use the create table statement. The create table statement is a part of DDL command where we have seen that how the structure of the table is created. So it is used to create a new table in the database. So the syntax of the table of the create table is we need to write the create table, that is my keyword. After that, we need to write the name of the table and specify the data type or those specifications of the columns that I want to create in my particular table. After that, I need to put the semicolon in the end to close my table. So, column parameters specify the name of the column, names of the column of the table, and data type parameters specify the type of data the column can hold. Example, varchar, integer, data, number, etc. For example, if we are working with a database of some person, then here are 5 columns named as person name, last name, first name, address, city. The name of this particular table will be person. So the particular syntax will be create table person. After that, I will specify the 5 columns. These 5 columns are person ID with the data type int, last name with the data type varchar, and the size is 255. Next is first name with the data type varchar and the size is 255. And after that, there we have address field with the data type varchar and the size is 255. And the last column is city with the data type varchar and the size of that city is 255. After this, I will put the semicolon. This will indicate that my table is created. So when I run the particular syntax in my column, we will not have any output in the table. Only a structure is created in the database. Nothing will be visible in the output screen. So now we will move on to the next command, that is insert into, and the data will be inserted into the table. So SQL insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. There are 2 ways to write insert into. So specify both columns names and the value to be inserted. So the syntax is insert into table name, the name of the table, then column. We have to specify the names of all the columns and the values that I want to insert into the column. So and the next type or the next method to write the insert into is I want to add values for all the columns. Then I do not need to specify the column name in the SQL. I just write the name of the table and the complete values of the that I want to insert into the table. So now we will see the implementation of this particular type of uh, these particular type of table, how these will be implemented. So we will start with the create table. Person is my name of the table. Then I will specify the name of all the columns. So my first column is person ID. Then the type of the person ID is int, comma. My second column is first name with the data type varchar and the size is 255. My next column is last name with data type varchar and the size is 255. My next column is address with the data type varchar and size is 255. And my last column is contact number with number as field and the size is 12. So my table will be created by these lines. Now I will put the semicolon. This will indicate that my table syntax is completed here. Now I will insert the values. So insert values into. I need to specify from where I want to enter the value. So I write the insert values into, then the name, into person is my table name. And I am specifying the values directly because I am going to add the values in all the columns by placing the values in the single inverted commas. For integer type of data or number type of data, we do not need to use a single inverted comma. But for the string type of data, I am going to use this single inverted comma. So these values will be inserted by insert values into. Now I want to see all the data. So select star from person will help me to look at all the values. So now I am going to run this code. Now in the output you can see that I am having one line with the values that I have put in the insert command. So 12 is my person ID, my name is Priya and my last name is Gupta. My address is Jaipur and this is my contact number. So in this way we can use the insert into, select and create command. So in the next lab, we will see how the other delete or alter will be used. Thank you.